Hi everybody, it's Mrs Bead here, and today I'm feeling festive, so I'm going to make a beaded snowflake. I hope you're going to enjoy making one too. I'm going to give you some hints and tips on which beads to choose and where to use them, and I'm going to show you some techniques for bending the wire at the end of the frame so that the beads stay on. Hope you enjoy this little demo, and I hope you've got the kit so that you can make your very own snowflakes too. So I'm going to make a red and white one today. I do like the blue, but we're going for red and white. As I said, feeling rather festive. There's lots of different shapes and sizes in this bag, but I'm going to pour them into a little tub so that I can see them a little bit better. So I'm going to really carefully pour them into the tub. Now, as you can see on the snowflake frame, we have got 6 points. Okay, so if you want every point to look the same, which a lot of people do, they like them all to be very uniform, what you need to do is you need to pick 6 of each bead. Otherwise you might get to point number 6 and then be rather upset that you can't find a matching bead. So find your 6 beads first. On the blue one that I did, as you can see, I've done 3 pins the same, so that one, and that one the same, and the others separate, so sort of alternate. That's good if you can't stick to the same pattern all the time and you like to change it up a little bit. So I've got my beads there at the ready, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this one so that every pin does match. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time picking out some of the beads that I'm going to use. So for example, I'm going to get 6 of those white ones for definite. Okay, so I'll just spend a bit of time picking those beads out, and I'll see you shortly for when we start to make it. So I've got everything together that I need. I've put the beads in little separate piles ready to put onto the snowflake. The only other thing I need now are my 3-in-1 pliers. So you can buy the snowflake kits from me with the pliers in, or if you've already got a pair from another kit, you can buy them without. So it's up to you, but these are the best because they do have multi-functional noses on them, so you can do everything you need to for the snowflakes just with this one set of pliers, so they are quite good. We are going to just do one of the points at a time, and then we're going to bend the end so the beads don't fall off, okay? And I always recommend starting with just very small beads in the middle. If you use beads that are too big, they don't all fit into the very middle of the snowflake. So to make it look better, you're looking for some teeny tiny beads. So using the beads that I've picked out, I'm going to fill the first point. So here goes. Some of these beads are so small that the holes aren't always just big enough, but as you can see, there is my tiny little seed bead on, and then I'm going to go slightly bigger with another one, a red one. All my Christmas decorations are in red and white, so this is definitely going to go straight onto the tree as soon as it goes up. So there we go, I've got some very tiny little beads on there. I've got some ones here, like so, and then I'm going to go white again. I think obviously your designs are going to be very pretty too, so that's that one, and I think I'm going alternate red white. The hole in that one's quite big, so it's falling through, so pull the design around. Got to have good eyes. Right, let's try one of these next. That's it. And my white one. And then red. So there we go. I've filled my little points. That's the first one. And now for the important bit of looping the end of the wire. So you need to leave, I would say, about half a centimetre to a centimetre. The more wire you leave, the harder it is, but then if you leave it too short, it's virtually impossible to put a good loop in it. We need at least one perfect loop on one of these points so that you can hang the ribbon on. So I'm going to rest the snowflake in my hand like this just to give it some support. You may find a better way to hold it more comfortably, but that for me is going to give that snowflake all the support I need so that I can turn this wire at the end. I'm going to get my pliers and I'm going to grab it right at the very top. Everybody finds this quite tricky, but once you've done it a few times, so I'm grabbing it right at the top, holding my hand that way, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop, giving it a bit of muscle, really supporting it at the back. I'm going to loop the wire round, okay? You can take your pliers out, and as you can see, it is bent round, but it's not completely sealed. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to get my pliers and I'm just going to find the groove, and I'm just going to squeeze the loop together, so like so, and then you end up with a little loop and the beads won't fall off. Okay, there we go. So that's just doing one. I'm going to do the next one now, and then I can show you again how to bend it. So now for the bending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really support the snowflake, grab it with my pliers at the end, I'm squishing really tight and bending it round, and then giving it a little squish with my pliers at the end. Okay, and there it's starting to take shape. I'm going to go off now and fill the rest of it for you, and then I'll just show you how to attach the ribbon and what the end piece looks like. See you soon. So I've managed to fill my snowflake. I'm just going to show you one last time how to bend the wire on the last one. So I'm supporting it again in my hand and grabbing the pliers, and I'm bending it all the way around, and then squishing it with the groove, making sure there isn't any gaps in. And there we have the finished snowflake. Some people call these stars. They are very nice on the Christmas tree, of course. So the final step is to add your ribbon. You need to find your best loop, so the one without a single gap out of all of the loops on the end. Also, if you cut your ribbon, so thin organza ribbon works really well. This is just white organza ribbon. If you cut it onto a point at the end, it also makes it easier for feeding it through. So they're just a few little hints for you. And this is how we do it. So I'm going to have a look for a good loop. There we go. And I'm just going to feed through, so it's quite fiddly. So I've just managed to, you'll find out straight away if your loop's not good enough because your ribbon will slip out, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that through. I'm going to just tighten up the loop just to make sure. There we go. I just don't want the ribbon slipping out once we've got it in. So I'm going to pull both lengths of ribbon to the same length-ish, like so, and then I'm just going to tie a double knot in it. So wrap it round, and there we go, and there you have the perfect Christmas decoration. And I quite like that one, it looks nice. Obviously with the kit that you've got, you can make 5, so you can make them in all different variations, same colours but all different styles. So there are a few different other colours. You've obviously seen the blue one, there's pink and yellow, a few different ones, so you can have a look on my website and see which you like. And I want you to just have lots of fun. Feel free to send me any pictures of your creations. I do always like to see the things that you've made with your kits. So, happy snowflake making, everybody. Bye.